Okay, so Austin's podcast, which is free, of course, for new subscribers in the month of June on the WWE Network, he had Paul Heyman this time. I don't know if it's that Austin gets the right people he has this really great rapport with, but he actually does a really, really solid podcast when he gets to do it for the E. Jericho has had some nice ones, but I think Austin just seems to have just the right amount of back and forth with his guests that it works beautifully. And of course, Heyman does a ton of podcasts, and these two go way back. If you think of way, it's way, way, way back to almost like the inception of Stunning Steve Austin. So they talk about the past, throw out some nice road stories here and there with Rick Rude, and Heyman does a beautiful Dusty impersonation. And then later also does pretty solid Austin impersonation. They do a decent amount of back and forth. He talks about Lesnar. And he's kind of like, he's a farmer. He's out farming and hunting. To which Austin replies, I've been trying to get to hunt with him for a while. He's like, bring the network down at the same time. And for a moment, I was like, okay, Michaels hunts too. The E could totally do a show where it's Austin, Michaels, and Lesnar hunting. Because you think Brock Lesnar's scary. Dude's an avid hunter and is very good at it. Think about that. Picture Brock Lesnar. It's massive, huge. Just spray paint him green. He's the Hulk. Spray paint him orange. He's the Thing. You spray paint him gray and sticks some a styrofoam on his body and he's doomsday. He's that freaking big. Now give him a weapon. He's big and strong, but he could probably just go hunt some bear. You can just punch it? Yeah. I could picture him almost like grabbing a deer by the neck, breaking the neck, and just throwing it over his shoulder and walking back. So I pictured those three guys out hunting. And it being a network special. Which of course we rated V for violence. He asks about Punk, how Punk's doing, and Heyman gives us saying we text quite a lot. He's looking forward to being in the UFC. Either he's going to get knocked out or he's going to knock somebody out. They talk about the springboard stunner, and Austin's like, it's a great looking move, but he doesn't beat anybody with it, so it's pointless. Great sequence about talking about promos now, and how Heyman's like, this is how I do a promo. He's like, I very quickly and concisely say, here's who I am, here's what I do, here's why I'm here. He goes, in the first 3 lines is boom, boom, boom. He's like, that way everyone knows exactly what it is, what I'm about, and I can get to the point a lot faster. So you talk about how we had to do a promo. And that's like, that was a great promo, baby. Where's the money? I need to know where the money is, baby. Where's the money? Because he does great promo, but it didn't build to anything. He's just talking for the sake of talking. And then Austin mentioned, he's like, 2 guys have got the stick, sticks out by your waist, and you're talking. Your mouth's moving. Don't put that stick up into your mouth. That's what it's there for. It's there for that back and forth. Sometimes, when they don't have mics, they yell at each other, it works. Because you can see what they're saying and it works well. But if I'm talking to somebody and they have a mic in their hands and they're talking into it, my mic's up by my waist, I might as well jump in, try to break up their flow, do more back and forth. So, that was done really well. Did they hit any sort of really huge, okay, but then went their topics? Not so much. They talked a little bit about, when Heyman was pretty much fired / quit because he got burned out. A little bit about the time during SmackDown while he was writing during ECW time, like very, very light amounts. A lot of it was just them talking, them going back and forth, them reminiscing about amazing things that happened to them in the past. And, Heyman talking about how he got into the business. If you haven't heard the story, he pretty much knew where the wrestlers were at. He knew where they ate at. He knew where to call, and he kind of hustled a press pass. That was it. From that moment on, he was able to hustle his way into making enough money to later become the absolute genius we know Paul Heyman to be. Very well done podcast. I will say all of the Austin ones are done very, very well. I think that's because since he's done it such a long time, he knows what to say. He has the right guess. So there's a beautiful back and forth. It doesn't feel like I'm going to ask you some questions, you're going to answer them. It's more of a, we're going to talk, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions. You're going to ask me a couple of questions, but it's a really nice flow, really nice back and forth. And then they drop a bombshell like, "Oh, WrestleMania, do you want to take on Brock Lesnar in your home state?" So it will a Texas Death Match, and I was like, I was not a huge Austin fan, but I was not a huge Stone Cold Austin fan, because it was punch, kick, and then stunner. We took on someone like Jericho, or even Angle. He threw in a lot more of his actual technical skills, because the dude can wrestle a fantastic match. When he took on a guy who was technically skilled, he would morph into a brawler technical wrestler. Because anybody else was a straight brawler. And I always thought that level of versatility was fantastic, but at the time he very infrequently took on guys who were great technical wrestlers. So he didn't get to really showcase the moves that he actually knew how to do. So, all in all, a really good podcast. Austin does a fantastic podcast.